In this video I'm going to try and finish off as much as I can in the engine bay, all the welding little bits and pieces. There's not a great deal to do, but there's a little bit in there. The plan is really to do as much as I can on the engine before I put it in. So it's quite easy to work on at the moment, so I want to do all the cooling system, change a lot of the cooling pipes, get rid of as much dross as I can and finish in the engine bay. The engine bay just consists really of loads of welding, so I won't bother videoing that, but I'll show you when I've done it. I look forward to that. Whole day's welding. Well, this is some of the welding. I need to finish off welding this tube down the bottom, at the top, and also there's a little plate that goes in there. We'll weld all that up. Same the other side. There's a bit of welding underneath that I still put off, but I'll do that another time. I'm just quite keen to get it so I can get the engine in. On the engine itself, I'm going to try and sort of tidy up these water pipes. So I've worked out which way the water flows, and that little bit down there, all that is really is a glorified thermostat housing. Don't make a big deal. I don't know why I couldn't have built one in anyway. That's it. So I've taken off the first pipe, which goes from here to here. It's got a takeoff for the expansion tank, which goes up there, and you had another takeoff for this pipe here, which was a heater hose. All the new pipes can go from here to there with a T for this pipe. And then what I'm going to do after that, I'm going to have a go at trying to sort this lot out. It looks a bit of a mess. There's another pipe on the back here somewhere. Here it is. Can't see that. That pipe there, that's another heater hose, so I need to sort this length out here. Well, that side of the car's actually virtually complete now. It's a bit of dodgy welds, but I'll give them another quick bit of a grind down. I'm quite pleased with that little bit of strength there. It's all welded right up in the corner, can't really see too much. I've actually welded on that little piece down there, a bit of cut off, so I managed to get it back on again. It looks a bit untidy at the moment, which is a bit dirty. It's probably up the sides. I just need to grind all the welds down and blend them in a little bit more, give them one more bit of weld, and I'd say that's all done. I actually missed a weld down there, there, so I've just done that one. So yeah, it's looking good, isn't it? Well, that's pretty much all the welding done. Hey, I've welded all this up around here. I've ground it all off. It's just ready for a little finger full of filler. I've just put some brake cleaner over just to clean it. And that little arrow there, I've just got to do one more bit of welding down the side because I forgot. And that bit down there, that arrows, I've got to cut that out and weld a piece in there because there's a hole. And there's one over there, see that arrow there? That's got to be a bit of welding, just a little pinhole there. So it's all pretty good, isn't it? It's nice and strong. Still got to clean up underneath here. I want to show you. Underneath here I've got to grind all that up yet. I might do that soon. But I was quite keen to get all the welding done before I off the engine up. I'll show you when. So looking from here, it looks quite strong. I've finished all this top piece off. I know it's got to be fully welded yet, but I didn't want to weld it because the gas is getting a bit low, so I can always weld it afterwards. Again, all around the bottom of the poles or the tubes, they've all been fully welded and ground just to make them look nice and pretty. Again, just a little bit of fill around them later on. That blended nicely. Around there. Oh, I did miss a weld around there, but I didn't tell you about that. I just welded that. Again, all this 8mm bar is only just tacked in. Yeah, you can see that bit of welding I need to do there. Look, you can see the hole. I don't know how I missed that, but there you go. Again, this is all fully welded. Just needs a clean up. Bit of primer. I might prime it up actually. Just make it look pretty. Oh, what do you reckon? Looks quite good, doesn't it? Well, this is the piece that come off of it. That piece there, it's got to go to the expansion fuel tank. So I'm going to put a little chain in that piece there. I don't know where the hose has gone. Oh, it's just on the floor. That goes to the heater hose. a bit controversial, but I do like to put a little bit of grease on there. Especially on the alley side, on this side of my door. Like that. Well, the next bit, obviously I've got this piece on. I'm going to leave these little tabs. Obviously take them off, but that can be done sort of another day. I'm just going to take this hose off here, which goes down to there. And it's got a T-piece that comes down there to the heater. So I'm going to take this hose off up to there and buy a new piece. Well, you might be wondering, how, when I get the engine in the Austin, how the hell am I going to line these hubs up? I've actually taken everything off them. Well, what a cunning plan is, if you look down this little, down here, I bought a piece of 1-inch round bar, and I couldn't actually machine it down, but it's just a tight fit anyway, so that can go through there like that. I'll put that on in a minute. And on the other end, so that's that end there, going through the hub. Now I assumed the output from the gearbox was the same size. Was it? Of course it wasn't. It's going to be that size. So I've got to make some sort of adapter now. It's not the end of the world, but as it happens when you assume things. So it's not going to be 100% in line, but it's going to be sort of 99%. Surely replacing all this, that piece there, with a straight bit of bar, then all I've got to do is work out the height of the engine. How high the engine's going to go. I can do that, but what I was thinking of doing is actually making a little cradle for it. Anyway, this is the bit of machining I'm doing. I won't show you any machining because my little lathe there does work alright, but everything takes forever and a day. So I've just done one. These little bits here, believe it or not, these little bits here, I got them off of Amazon. I just had to bore them out just a bit more. So what I'll do, let me just put this back together, put it together, and I'll show you what it's going to look like. Well, let's put it together very roughly at the moment. That's where the hub's in there. So once I get the wheel on this side, obviously idiot, get the wheel on, I can get the engine sort of where I want it. That's in line. That bar's relatively straight. I did roll it and it's not 100%, but it's 99%. Now what I've got to do now is simulate this piece here. Because like an idiot, I just assumed they're both the same size, which they're not. So that's that taken care of. So I can get rid of all this wiggly stuff on the CVs. There'd be a straight piece of bar. Then I know that the hub, it's got to be in line, isn't it? Then all I've got to do is when I get it about right, I've just got to decide how it's going to go like that way. So the ball joints up there from previous videos, that comes out, it's all greased up. I have to cut that short to get the socket on. So that's the cunning plan. It's going to take quite a while, so I've got to sit down now and try and work out how to do the other end. Then obviously once the engine's in, I can cut this to length, put the adapter on there, and just set it all up. Lucky I had a piece of alley. This is the extent of my stop. That's what I've got. Well, I was lucky I had this piece. So I've cut a chunk off. Oh, boom. Yeah, that's still up. Don't touch that idiot. So I just need to replicate this, replicate that, and I'll have to put an inch hole in it, which would be interesting in my little lathe. So I'll 1.23, that's getting really close. So after a bit of a struggle on the lathe, it kept cutting out. I didn't realise what was happening to the last minute. The plug fell out. Anyway, this is the adapter I've made. It's not marvellous, but it's the best I can do. What I've done, I've made a nice tight fit in there. It does push in nicely on the bar. But also what I've done, I've put a couple of little grub screws in there. So a 6mm, I just drilled a 5mm hole, put a 6mm tap down it, and put 2 grub screws in it. The idea of that is, if it is a little bit out, it'll push the bar to one side. This is the bar. You can see that, but that is actually a nice tight fit. I'll just do the grub screws up. Wait a sec. Right, let's tighten these grub screws up. That's tight. That's spot on. But I messed up on. It's this piece here. So I obviously made this piece, which is absolutely fine. I'll show you if it fits in a minute. But I was going to drill like an inch hole right the way through there for the bar. But if you look how big the bar is compared to that, it would actually come out. So I'm going to weld another piece on there. Doesn't matter about the outside diameter, so I can actually do what I did with this one, just bore a hole through. Won't look so nice, but then again you're not going to see it. Let's go and see if it actually fits, shall we?
Woohoo! Yay!
Well, the question is, am I ready to put the engine in the Austin yet? Not quite. We're almost there. I'll show you how far we got. I don't keep saying we because it's only me here. I'll show you how far I've need. While the engine's actually here, it's nice to get the pipework all tidied up, make it look nice and neat, rather than sort of struggling once on the car. I've ordered more pipe. This is supposed to be same diameter as that. But it's not. I'm an idiot, so I've got to order some more. So I want to get all that bit sorted out first. And then while the engine's standing, I want to take these, where the engine mounts are there, so I can get them bolts out and free them all up. Probably just leave the mounts on. And the other side here, I'll do exactly the same there. And that's probably it. The hubs, they're pretty much done. This one here, that's the bit that goes into the gearbox. And whatever length it's going to be, that bit there, will go through the hub. Another mistake I made was I envisaged the actual inch bar going through here, but if it did, it would actually come out the sides. So I had to put another piece of metal, which I've found him scrapping. I'm just going to get my mate Johnny, see if he can weld it on there for me. Then I can I can bore this out to accept that piece of tube, well, bar rather. So that's sort of pretty much ready. There. In the next video, what I've got to do, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I've just ordered some wheels. I'm going to work out how high the engine is going to be off the ground. Now I can do that a couple of ways. Well, one way is measure the diameter of the wheel it's going onto and where the gearbox output shaft is. So I'm going to work it out. I haven't got a clue how big it's going to be yet, but hopefully it'll be a bit lower than what it is, because where it's sitting at the moment, it's all crooked. That was just to get the engine out of the car. So I've ordered some wheels up. I'm going to got some timber. So next video, I should be cutting some wood up. Right, let's show you the back of the Austin, and I'll see how far we are with that. Right, as far as I'm concerned, she's ready to go. I was going to do a bit of painting. The only thing I might do is just quickly take that off. That was for the spare wheel, but all the welding is all done there. I'm not going to do any of the body work. I'm not even going to primer it. That's all ready for the engine to be sitting in there. Weird though, because it's space. It looks absolutely massive now, doesn't it? Well, we'll see. Anyway, well, thanks so much for watching my videos. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate the comments. Gives me someone to talk to. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Hopefully we'll see you again shortly. Bye now.